Hey guys, uh, just give us a second while we make sure everything is getting ready. Alright, it says that the internet can totally see me now. So, hey guys, this is Darth Tigger, and I am about to take you on a quick tour of my sanctuary settlement. We're in my vault right now, but I don't want to show you that right now. I've been playing Fallout 4 for, well, I've got a little over 650, I think, odd hours in Fallout 4. A little over 100 hours in my first playthrough, which apparently became corrupted somewhere along the way. So I had to start all over, and I've got a little over 10 or 11 days times 24 hours, so what the heck is that? That's 240, 250 hours, whatever it is. Into this playthrough, and I am big on the settlements and the settlement systems. So I put a fair bit of work into most of my settlements. I'll be honest, I'm not as happy with my settlements now as I was in the first 400-hour playthrough, but in another 200 hours, I'll be happy with those also. So today, I wanted to show you Sanctuary Hills. And I suppose you might. I'm going to pop out just for a second and make sure I can get the chat up, so that I can see people if they are trying to talk to me. And you may. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, I haven't clicked out of it yet. So you may lose me. You may see my background just for a second as I pop out of this. Yeah, it did go away. Come on. Come on, little doggy. Get up there. I'm just trying to bring up my live session here. And I will mute myself. So I just want to get the chat window up so that I can see if anybody says hello. Talk back to you. Woohoo! Isn't the internet wonderful? All this newfangled stuff. Okay. So we are now in my Sanctuary Hills settlement, and this one's, it's not quite as built up as the last one that I had done. But what you will see, yeah, last time I had about 18 people. I've got 24 food, 56 water. I like to get a lot of water in my settlements because it gives me a lot of money, and I go through a lot of money because I have a tendency to go out and buy shipments of steel and concrete and wood. But you'll also notice 138 defense. I really like my defense. And I've only got 14 beds right now. You'll also notice that my size isn't completely filled up. That's because I do use the settlement trick of tossing my weapons on the ground and then storing them in the workshop in order to try and get more room. So let's go down here. So I've got, yeah, I'm actually fairly basic here. I've got the settlement recruitment video or beacon. I also like to keep one of the decontamination arches wherever in whatever settlement I'm using. So I put this one here because what I do with my playthrough is I'll start out with Sanctuary Hills as my base, then I'll move down to the castle as my base, and then eventually I move to Spectacle Island as my base. And now I am working on Vault 88 as my base. You'll also see that I like to get mortars wherever I am. Not that I've ever used them. I don't know. I can't remember a single time when I've actually called in a mortar strike, other than just to try to just to see what it would do. So this is actually the only real entrance to my settlement, and apparently a whole bunch of my provisioners are coming through right now. Huh. Must be that time of day. Let's just take that off. So this is my entrance, and you'll notice I've got, furthest out, I've got a missile launcher. I've got a couple of machine gun turrets, and then I've got a heavy laser turret, and I should have the same thing on the other side. And I've put those out far enough that nobody's going to be able to get at them. But anything coming in here, I've also got a light here. This is something I've noticed happens with my stuff a lot, is the light, if I pick it up and put it back down, the light will come on. I'm wondering if it only is supposed to trigger when an enemy comes near. I'm not sure. And I'm not even certain that I've got anybody allocated to the defense post up top there. Let me just go take a look up there. I think I just put it up there because it's a kind of a nice vantage point. Now you'll see. So this is what I like to do with my bases. I really am. I go in for the realism as kind of as best I can with these things. So I ask myself, well, if I was in a situation like this, what would I actually do? Would I, just put a bunch of machine guns all over the place and let things come inside, or would I wall off everything and really guard my front door? And that's kind of what I would do. So that's kind of what I did. So you will notice that I have a wall all the way around. Now, in most cases, this wall is going to be a steel wall. However, when some of the, because I started doing all of this before everything, all of the DLCs and stuff came out. But when some of the DLCs started coming out, and when I was starting to get more, I think this is, yeah, this is from one of the DLCs. I started trying to do the concrete as much as possible because the concrete gives it a better look. When I was doing the steel walls all over the place, it wasn't. Oh, I guess I'll go up this way. There was a lot of gaps and things.
One that ends without an empty stomach.
My people like to talk to me a lot. So yeah, I like to get the best kind of a vantage point that I can get. Oh, something just happened somewhere. Interesting. Oh, what's that going out there? There's always things going on. So basically, I have a wall running the entire way around my settlement. And I tried to make use of the natural walls as much as I could. You'll notice my ramparts are kind of running over top of the natural walls here. And did I do? No, I didn't do that there. So if I jump down here, you'll see that's the natural hedge there. Let me just there we go. That's the natural hedge right there, and then I just put the one little wall in there. Nothing can get through there. And I did that as much as possible to try and make as much use of the materials as I could. And then periodically, I would put a couple of machine guns just to make sure that I had some cover in the back spaces as best I could. I haven't really upgraded. Whoa, hello. There's a fight going on over there. Oh, yeah, look at that. The searchlight turned on. Cool. So, we'll go see that later. There's probably like a bloat fly or something. We used 3 missiles and 2 heavy laser turrets to take down a bloat fly. But yeah, I don't like enemies to be able to come back here and be totally unmolested. So every now and then I put a turret. And I try not to get too stupid with my physics breaking stuff. Like you'll notice that that's kind of suspended in the air here, but I've got, I've got points where it's connected, and I know I'm kind of um, messing with reality a little bit here, but I'm doing the best that I can. So yeah, here I'm using the back of the house, so we actually have to go over the house, and this is a spot that tended to get attacked a lot, so I put a couple of turrets here. And I actually could bring this out a lot more. In fact, in my first playthrough, I did have this out a lot more, and this was actually my power armor workshop the first time through. I guess I got a little bit conservative the second time through, so I didn't really do too much with it. And I always try to keep my fences and my ramparts above where anybody could jump in. Oh, look at that. I guess I finished the ramparts here. Because from here down, you're just heading down to the water. And on my first playthrough, I also left this as the wall in a lot of places, but I found that things were starting to get through every now and then, so that's why I put the walls in here. I make a fair bit. Let's go check my my workshop here. So these fences are actually for my garden, which is in there. If I can go back through, there we go. I knew I had the gate here somewhere. So yeah, keep my people fed. This was back when I was trying to put in a variety of foods, thinking that that would be cool, but I've since come to realize that the variety of foods doesn't really make too much of a difference. So let's see what I've got here. So tons and tons of stuff. What I want to do is I want to look at my... Oh, got a bunch of flares here. 25 purified water. Nothing wrong with that. And I wonder, is it in junk or is it in misc? I think it's in junk. Every now and then in one of these I get caps showing up. Doesn't look like I got anything now. I could be in the wrong spot actually. Oh no, I won't get caps in this one because I don't have any vendors here. But in several of my other settlements, I have vendors. So really, I haven't done too much to this, to Sanctuary Hills. But what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you in my next video. I'm actually going to take you on a tour, from video to video, every one of my settlements. Oh, I picked up the 25, let me just get rid of some junk. I picked up the 25 water, and all of a sudden I've got too much on me. So if I store all my junk, there you go. That dropped a lot of weight. This isn't my main settlement, so I'm not going to put all of the junk in there, or I'm not going to put everything in there. Yeah, so next video, we'll probably take a look and see what I've done with Red Rocket, and then maybe Starlight Drive-In, and we'll work our way all the way down to the castle, and to Spectacle Island. You're going to like what I did on Spectacle Island. It was pretty good, and you got just a bit of a glimpse of Vault 88 back there also. Vault 88, I think, well, I'm not done Vault 88 yet, but it's still pretty spectacular. I really do like the big builds. I'm still trying to decide for myself what it is I want to do here. I kind of like the idea of turning this back into a into a subdivision, you know, like the suburbs. Um, so I think I'm going to do that at some point. Why don't you tell me what you think? Let me know in the comments down below what you think I should turn this settlement into, and if I like what you're suggesting, then I will do it. And you can see how I do my builds. Yeah, this one isn't as impressive as some of the other ones that I've got. I've got some pretty big ones. Spectacle Island's the big one. I'm going to keep teasing that. I'll keep teasing Spectacle Island until I get that one out for you. So, thanks for coming out on this one, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.